Hi there. So tonight we're going to talk about how it took Trump 3 months, just three, to turn an economy that was the envy of the world into the economy under Trump that is going to destabilize the rest of the world and create a global recession. Let's talk about where things have been, where they were under President Biden. When President Biden was in office, we were the envy of the world. What does that mean? We had funds coming into the US stock market from all over the world. People wanted to invest in the US. Inflows were massive into all of our markets, our equity market, our high yield market, our investment grade debt market, our US Treasury bonds. We were the envy of the world post-pandemic of taking our medicine, doing what we needed to do, some sacrifice by some of us all to get the economy on the right footing and to have a soft landing under Fed Chairman Powell. We were having that soft landing. We were doing this. I just want to compare it to this. Say you're on a diet. Anyone ever been on a diet? And you want to lose 10 pounds. And you work and work and work and work. And you get to the 9 pounds. You only have one more. And then you go out and you buy a crate of Doritos. That's what Liberation Day was. We were so close. The numbers that came out last week, the CPI, the PPI, showed that inflation was being tamed. We did the hard work as an economy, as a country, to tame inflation. And then one man came in. One man is doing this. Wiped it all away. Wiped away not only for our country, for our global economy. Now, some of you know me again through the weekly list, but my background is finance. And what I did in finance is I traded debt of bankrupt companies. I was one of the four fathers, one of the big, in the beginning of that market as it was coming together. And so I know Donald Trump. We knew him. I traded the debt of his casinos, several of them, Taj Mahal. There were three of them. I traded Trump Airlines. If you're old enough, you remember Trump Airlines. He was the laughing stock in our business, that this man was born with a silver spoon in his mouth and all he could do is mess up. So now I ask myself, here I am these years later, one man is making all the decisions on tariffs. Where is our Congress? What are they doing? This is the role of the Congress. They should all be hearing from us. This man is messing up the world economy. On one day, on Friday night, he says, we're not going to have tariffs for smartphones, for electronics, for chips. And then the next day they change their mind. Our businesses cannot operate like this. 5 small businesses sued Trump today. Good for them. They said we do not have a national emergency. He does not have grounds to be doing what he's doing. They said he has usurped Congress. Where is our Congress? This is your job, Congress. You are the ones that are supposed to oversee tariffs. We've given the power to one man, and he is not the man that should be in charge. He does not know what he is talking about. He understands, as I've talked about in this series, he understands economics at such a rudimentary level. This would be like if you had a mother or father that needed open heart surgery, and you went over to someone who took biology in college and said, you do it. You had biology. You get it. Would you do that? No. And this man who understands so little about our economy, bankrupt his own companies, should not be running the world economy. So I just want to say I am grateful that Wall Street has seen this for what it is and given him full blame. But it didn't need to be this way. And I want you all to remember that the numbers up until last week were amazing for our economy. We're about to see the end of that. And now you're starting to see layoffs go up because Elon Musk laid off 216,000 people last month. You're going to have layoffs. Consumer sentiment, last month reading from University of Michigan, second lowest since 1952. Concern about inflation, last week's reading, the highest level of concern by consumers in 44 years. He ran on the economy. He ran on bringing down inflation. This is a disaster. I want you all to think about reaching out to your members of Congress. They've left DC for the rest of the month. Your senators, you each have 2 senators. You each have 1 member of the House of Representatives. They've given themselves the rest of April off. I'm sure the rest of us are working. They should be hearing from you. This is a disaster in the making. It's created uncertainty. It's the potential of loss of U.S. exceptionalism because people don't want to invest in our country. Would you want to invest in our country? With this level of instability? Absolutely not. So everyone pay attention and make your calls to your members of Congress. Thank you.